Hello guys, what's up? Today I'm going to show you how to build this really cool flying machine. So this flying machine, as you can see, when I press this button, it moves along perfectly fine. Look at that. And wow, it's raining. Let's remove that, so clear. And as you can see, this flying machine will fly all the way over here safely. And once it reaches here, I'll be able to send it back all the way that way. So let's press the button, and boom, it's going all the way back. Okay, so here are the materials you are going to need in order to build this flying machine. So you're going to need at least 2 slime blocks, and usually you're going to want to have more so you can add more blocks, but at least two obsidian blocks, at least 2 sticky pistons, at least 2 pistons, at least 2 observers, and a few building blocks. So let's get to building this. So first off, you're going to want to know where you want your flying machine to go back and forth. So I want my flying machine to start off right here, and then end somewhere around over here. So you're going to want to look straight back over here and align yourself up with your pillar, and then like that, or maybe a few more. And now I'm going to go back over here. Okay, so once you're back over here, you're going to want to add a sticky piston, then a slime block, and then another slime block right here, and then one of your building blocks like this, and then another sticky piston like that, so then it will look like this. Now break these building blocks, and then add an observer facing this way, right here, on top of the slime block like that, and then go on the other side and do the same, so it looks like this. Okay, so once your flying machine starts looking like this, now what you want to do is look at the observer that is closest to the obsidian. So this observer is closer to it. So now I'm going to tower up right here, exactly where it is. And then bridge over right here, so then you're aligned with the obsidian. Break those 2 building blocks. And then you're probably going to want to tower over here, add a piston, and then break this block. Once you've done that, now all you have to do is go back here and add a building block right here. It has to be a solid block, can't be anything like glass or even a slime block, because those are transparent blocks. So once you've done that, all you have to do is get a button and place the button, but don't press the button, because you have to make sure that you have your other station over there set up. So once your station looks like this, now you're going to want to have the chords of this block. So in order to get the chords, you're going to want to press the F3 key. So when I press the F3 key, all these characters pop up, and that's a good thing because that's what we want. Now, if you press F3 and this doesn't work, then try holding the FN key and then press F3, and that should open it up. But for me, it's just F3, like that. So now, once you have this menu open, you're going to have to look at the obsidian block. So once you're looking at the obsidian block, then look to your right, and when you look over there, it'll say targeted block, and then it'll have a few numbers. These numbers are the chords, or the coordinates of your block. So for me, the coordinates of my block is 231 on the X value, which is the first number, 72 on the Y value, which is the second number, and then negative 727 on the Z value, which is the third number. So while you have this up, you're going to want to press T, which is your chat, and then type in these numbers so you will remember what they are. So for me, they're 231, 72, negative 727. So now that you have the coordinates of this block, now you're going to want to figure out which direction your flying machine is going. So for me, my flying machine is going to be going forwards and backwards in this direction. So now instead of looking on the left side of your screen, now you're going to want to look to the right side of your screen, where it says X, Y, Z, and then a bunch of numbers. So when I move forward and backwards in the direction my flying machine is going to go, the first number, the x value, is moving up and down. That means that my flying machine will be moving in the x coordinate, which means that, as you can see, when I move forward, the z value and the y value, which is the middle and the last number, those values aren't moving at all. I mean, the z value is moving very slightly, but not as much as the x value, meaning that my flying machine is moving in the x value. So once you know which value your flying machine is moving, then we can know which numbers we're going to use in order to place the other obsidian block in the other area. So like I said, my flying machine is moving in the x value. That means that the x value is going to be different, meaning that the first value that I have right here is pretty useless to me. I'm not going to use it. But for me, the second value, which is the y value, and the third value, which is the z value, is going to stay the same, meaning that I'm going to use these numbers in order to place the obsidian block. Now for you, your flying machine could be moving in the z coordinate instead of the x coordinate. That means that you won't be using this last number, you will only be using the first number and the second number, the x and y values. Okay, so now that I'm at my other station, what I'm going to want to do is open up the F3 menu and then look down. So as I look down, I'm looking at block -727 on the z value, of course. So sorry, I said that wrong. I should have said 333 on the x coordinate, and then 63 on the y coordinate, and then -727 on the z coordinate. So let me open up my chat, and it's kind of hard to read, but for me, the values that are most useful to me is going to be the not the x value, the y value, and the z value. So for me, I need my block to be at y level 72, which is basically going up and down the world, and then z value -727, which is going basically horizontal. So I'm going to tower up because I'm in the right what's it called, z value. So I'm already there, but my y value is a little bit too low. So the higher you go, the higher the y value will get, and the lower you go, the lower the y level you will get. So let's go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now because my obsidian is going to be at y level 71, that's when I'm gonna place this block. So 7 or whatever that number block was. Okay, so I broke the pillar down there, and basically this is where my obsidian block will be. So this pillar was just a place where I wanted my station to be. But yeah. Okay, so now that you got your other obsidian block on the other side, now you can start your flying machine. So it's gonna be hard to press. Okay, like that. And look at that, my flying machine is going. So if your station is pretty far away, it's gonna take a while for your flying machine to reach there. But just be patient, and while your flying machine is moving, head back to your other station. Okay, so I'm back on my other station. As you can see, the flying machine is still coming. So you're most likely building this in survival, so you're going to want to build a staircase up to your obsidian block like this. So, like this. A stairway up to your obsidian block, so then you can get up to your flying machine easily. Like this. Oh, and it actually turns out I was wrong. So, whenever you're wrong, that's kind of bad, because now your flying machine is going to be flying forever. So I'm going to stop this flying machine with obsidian. You can also use a furnace if you don't have enough obsidian. So if you have a runaway flying machine, you can stop it by placing an unmovable block like obsidian or a furnace where the flying machine is going. So in this case, my flying machine was flying this way, meaning that this would be the front of the flying machine. So I placed an obsidian block right there so it'd stop. And once you've done that, all you have to do to send it back is to place a block like that in front of it, you can do a button too and it'll instantly start. So now that my flying machine is flying back in the right direction, I'm actually going to want to stop it right here. So it's a 2 block gap like that. So it should stop, yep, right there. That's perfect. So my cores are wrong. I think that was my fault. I placed it in the wrong place. So you don't want to make a mistake like that. So if you see your flying machine is coming towards you at like 1 block or a few blocks far away from your obsidian, then you're going to want to place it in a new place. So thankfully, I redirected my obsidian block to be right there. Okay, so once you've done that, now make a little platform like this, just to have a safe place to hang out once you've gotten off your flying machine, if you were flying on it, of course. This flying machine isn't particularly safe to fly in. I'll actually show you another flying machine that is basically the same one, but with a little type of room inside. It's actually up there. And that flying machine you can actually use to explore and go out like as far as you want. But before we do that, I'm going to finish showing you how to build this flying machine. So once you've gotten your flying machine like this, all you have to do is have a piston facing this way. And then all you have to do is just add a block right here, and then a button, and then you just press the button, and it'll send your flying machine all the way back. Okay, so this was the same exact flying machine that is over there. So this flying machine can have a lot more sticky pistons. This can be like a sweeper, so let's say when I press this button, it'll come over here, and of course this ground isn't level, but let's say it was. Then if I touch this slime block, like, let me just get in the right position. Ah, man, I can't get in the right position, but basically, as you can see, it'll push me across like this, which is actually pretty cool. Yep, like that. So this is basically like can be used as a sweeper, and these sticky pistons will go up to 10 blocks in total, including this one. And if you want to add more blocks to it, you're going to have to break a block in order to add more. So I can actually add 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let's actually let me get my 10th sticky piston, not sticky piston slime block like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this would actually be the maximum I can add. I can actually go 5, and then 6, and stuff like that. And you can keep on adding blocks. Now, of course, if you add more sticky pistons, then you're going to have more what's it called, obsidian, in order for the blocks not to stick, or you can just go like this. Sorry. You can just go like this. So then, oh wait, no, you're going to have to, oh man, I'm really bad at this. You're going to have to do like that, and then like that, and then add a button, and then you can send your flying machine back and forth. So now that you know how to build that type of flying machine, now I'm going to show you how to build that same flying machine, but add like a kind of like a seat in it, so that you can go out and explore far away. So first off, you're going to want to tower up really high. As you can see, I towered up super duper high. So again, the F3 menu would be really useful in this case. So as you tower up, you're going to want to reach at least Y200. I know that seems very high, but that's how high you're going to want to go, because the higher you are, the lower the chance of you hitting any mountains. Now, of course, I didn't go all the way to 200, but that's because I'm only going a short distance. If you're exploring, you're going to want to go up to at least 200. But if you're playing in 1.17 in the new update, if you're from the future, the new mountains are actually going to be super duper tall. They're going to be higher than 200. You're actually going to want to go to Y300 in order to be pretty safe. But even at that height, I don't think you're safe in amplified worlds. Amplified worlds are basically these worlds that are a lot more extreme. They're basically all mountain. They're really cool worlds, and in 1.17 so far, in the latest snapshot, the highest block can actually reach the block limit. So if you're going to be exploring really far, in the amplified world, you're going to want to go the highest you can to build your flying machine. But if you're playing in 1.16, you don't want to go as high. So as you can see, I have the normal flying machine right here. I can break these blocks right here, and as you can see, it's literally just a normal flying machine. So once you've gotten that, now what you're going to want to do is add a slime block right here, and then tower over 2 more blocks. So 1, 2, and then go up 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3, and then tower over 2 blocks. 1, 2, fall back down right here, and then add another block right here. Once you've done that, all you have to do is just, of course, have your station. If you already have a station, nice. Now, this machine, like I said, is mostly for exploring, so all you're going to really need is just one station. The other station you don't actually need, but in this case I do have another station. But you don't really need another station because all you're doing is just exploring. So once you've got this all set up, make sure that this block doesn't have any redstone on top of it, like right here. Because if it does, then it'll power this piston, which will make it not work. So you're going to want to leave this space open like this, with no redstone, and then head into your chamber, sorry, and then just press the button, and then boom, you're going, which is pretty sick. And of course, you do this really weird thing. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but hey, it works. So now my flying machine has stopped at my second station, and like I said, you're probably only using this for exploring, meaning you most likely won't have another station, meaning that this actually won't be here. So if your flying machine, if you have no second station, then you're probably wondering, how am I supposed to stop? So let me get this flying machine going again. Let me actually send it back. Okay, so my flying machine is back here, so let me press the button so it starts going. So the way you're going to want to stop this is with any unmovable block, and be, like I said, obsidian or furnace. You're going to want to click right here where this sticky piston is. It's going to be hard. Or you can actually place it right here, actually, where the observer is. That could be easier, so let me just... Oh, well, okay, I accidentally pressed it right here, which is fine, but it separates your flying machine, and that's definitely not what you want, so be careful when trying to do this, because that's exactly what you don't want. So I'm going to send it back and try to get a successful try here. Okay, so instead of aiming at the observer, you're going to want to be facing actually this sticky piston, not sticky piston, slime block right here. So rapidly spam, and boom, look at that, I stopped it. So now once you've stopped it, now you can go off, and of course don't do that before you get off. Look down and see if there's any lakes or oceans, and that's probably going to be the most useful way of getting off. Now, if you have a water bucket, then you can MLG water bucket, but, I mean, of course, there is a chance of you failing, and then you would die, and you definitely don't want that. So I'd recommend finding an ocean or a river or lake so you can safely fall down. So once you've got your flying machine to stop, now you're probably wondering, how am I supposed to head back to my home? So, what you can do is just tower up all the way back to your flying machine, and you probably have like some sort of bridge like this. Now, before you start, break any blocks that are connecting to your flying machine like this, and then what you're going to want to do is have either a button or a lever, or even a torch. A torch works too. Either of those, place it on the observer, and then boom, your flying machine will start going again, and you'll head back to your home. And look at that, I'm all the way back. So now you're probably wondering, wait a second, this flying machine is really slow. It'd be much faster if I were just traveling normally, like any normal person would do. But the cool thing about this is that this doesn't require you to do anything, meaning you can actually be away from your computer. You can be AFK and have this thing running. So you could be doing schoolwork or hanging out with your friends or just doing something else while this flying machine is running, and you'd be going very, very far, which is really, really nice. And that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. And if you like this video, please give it a like. And if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. See ya later.